The Food and Business Research Program promotes and funds innovative research on food and nutrition security. In 29 countries, it has funded 75 research projects. The synthesis study aimed to bring together the findings from the different research projects to create a more detailed picture, but also to bring the findings to a higher level and increase the uptake of the messages generated by the research project. Well, smallholder farmers are responsible for somewhere between 50 and 80% of the world's food production. Estimates vary because not all production is registered. And they are very important, especially also for local food security.
The synthesis studies show that there are big differences among smallholders according to gender and generations in terms of access to land, accumulation capacity, combination of farming with non-farming jobs, market orientations and crop preferences. And policymakers and practitioners should really take those differences into account if they target smallholders.
One of the key findings from the cassava applied research was the gender differences in terms of preference on the different cassava varieties. We noticed that women and men had different preferences for the different varieties. Women preferred cassava varieties that had lighter canopy because they felt it would give them an opportunity to intercrop with other nutritious crops like beans, while men preferred the thicker canopy cassava varieties because it limited the number of times that they would engage in weeding. And I mean, this is acceptable because people have different interests in different things that they love to do. Yeah, the cassava applied research for food security project was implemented in Oyam and Pader, aimed at increasing income and food security for smallholder farmers. The main and specific objectives of this project were to increase farmers' knowledge on cassava disease management, jointly evaluate the cassava varieties with farmers, but also increase the cassava products and cassava itself in the market.
The synthesis study revealed several interesting technological innovations in terms of developing, for instance, drought resistance and high-yielding crops or varieties. But it also showed that it's very important to involve the smallholder farmers right from the beginning in the choice of these crops and varieties so that they build on their knowledge, experience and align with their needs and aspirations.
From the knowledge that smallholder farmers acquired from the project, they were able to train other community farmers on cassava agronomy, on disease management, but they also shared cassava planting materials with their neighbors, with their friends. And as a result, this helped to reduce on cassava disease occurrences within the community. And we hope this goes further and further even without the project on ground.
The synthesis study indeed showed that it's possible to develop higher yielding varieties or new irrigation technologies, but it also showed that it's important that smallholders see the business case of applying those. They will not adopt it if they don't see business prospects and they will be afraid of losing money and time invested if they cannot be assured of a secured market.
This project also aimed at introducing high-quality cassava products in the market. However, as the project went on, we realized that there was a reluctance within the community to buy some of these products at an extra cost. And as a result, the smallholder farmers were a bit demotivated to put in their effort and time to produce varieties and quality products that could fetch them higher prices.
In the synthesis study, we demystified the assumption that prevails in a lot of government policies that smallholders invest their money in more and better quality food if they earn more money from operating on markets. Across the projects, we found that we cannot take that for granted. Smallholders may prioritize other expenditures when they gain more money. For instance, in improving their housing, the roofing of their house, or investing in setting up a small business, or investing in their children's education. So they may spend more, which contributes to their well-being, but it may not necessarily be in better quality food.
Well, food and nutrition security are still an issue, especially in lower and middle income countries. And that's why the program aims to promote the development of research and innovative approaches to address this issue, and hopes to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goal number 2, Zero Hunger.